back to That Dad Guy. It's June 10th, 2024, and once again, we're going to do a roundtable of mostly stamps. And these are all things that arrived in the mail by surprise last week for me, so I want to show you what I got. Also, I went to the stamp show over the weekend. Maybe you saw that video, maybe you didn't, but if you did, you'll know that I kind of left it on a hanging that I bought some things in the auction, but didn't show you what I got. Those videos will come to follow. Things will ramp up and get a little busier around here, so I will put them out as I can, and hopefully you'll enjoy what I got, because I think I got a good deal on it. All right, the first thing I want to show you, after you like, subscribe, leave positive comments, and share with other people, make sure the notification bell's on so you don't miss out on any videos. And now we can go on to the what you're waiting for. The first thing I got was this surprise envelope. Last week it came from Belgium. It comes from Peter Gifford. And he says, I watch your podcast every so often, enjoy your content. You should watch them more than every so often. But thanks, Peter. I get what you're saying. He said he's included some Belgian stamps, including a card full of comic strip stamps. Every year, the Belgian post office puts out a stamp or a series of stamps dedicated to Belgian comic strip characters. Belgian children are raised in Belgian comics, and many adults still read these comics. Now, I did notice when I was looking through the stamps and laying them out, there are some comic strips there that I recognize. So they're not all new to me, but there are some that are. So I'm pretty sure this series of stamps, Snail Mail with Smokey will enjoy, because he likes comic book characters on stamps. He also says, P.S. You asked in one of your last podcasts about a small strook at the bottom of the Belgian stamp. So there was a cancellation mark that was over one of these stamps from maybe the 1800s, and it said in French, ne pas livrer le dimanche, so don't deliver on Sunday. It says, if the sender of the letter left that small strook on the stamp, he or she wished not to have the letter delivered on Sunday. Back in that day, most of Belgium was strongly Roman Catholic. The Sunday rest was for them very important. So that explains that. I didn't know why it said don't deliver on Sunday. If there was a Sunday delivery that day, why you wouldn't get mail? Well, that answers it. Not everybody wanted to get mail on Sunday to have as a religious day of rest. So thank you so much, Peter, for answering that question for me. Now, let's get to what he sent. Now, he said he sent one card of comic strip characters. Well, he actually sent two cards in there. The other one isn't comic strip characters, but I know many of you will like what he sent on that too. Let's have a look. First, we're going to start with the comic book ones. This one you may know. This is certainly one that I knew of and have seen it here. Not that I read a lot of them, but I did recognize the characters in it. Certainly with that hairstyle and the dog, is very recognizable. And then we start getting into some other comic books that I didn't know about. I like this one with the letter though. And a variety of sizes. This one here is cool with the side card too. But what a great idea, putting out comic book characters from your country. Also gives some exposure to the artist that's doing these. This series is really interesting too. So the 0-42... Is that the price of the stamp? Let me know what's going on there, the bubbles. They're all the same. They say the same thing. So is that a Belgian franc value versus a European Union? Because it says 0,42 equals 17. Interesting. Now we'll go over to these ones. Those of you who like birds or ducks on stamps, these are huge stamps, by the way. Or maybe you like fish on stamps. Nice cancellation on there as well. Or Stephen, I know you like mushrooms. Mushrooms on stamps. These aren't mint though, Stephen, so had they been mint, I probably would have just forwarded them on to you. Maybe you already have them in your collection. And then some animals, including our favorite hedgehog. We have some Olympic stamps. The Paris Olympics are coming up here in July, end of July into August. So it's appropriate to get a few Olympic stamps. And then this seems to be a complete set from the smallest denomination of bird stamps to the largest. I may be wrong, there may be one or two stamps that's missing from the set, but it certainly looked like it might be a complete set from Peter. Some like Shawnee probably enjoys these bird stamps, or Basil in India. And voila, there's a lot of stamps. Thank you so much, Peter from Belgium. And Peter actually is originally from Vancouver, British Columbia. So it's nice to have a Canadian connection there, and I really appreciate the fact that he took the time to reach out. He noted something in one of my videos and gave me an answer to it, and then passed along some beautiful stamps that I could share with everyone out there. So thank you so much, Peter, for that. The next thing I want to talk about and show is from Marcia in British Columbia. There's our nice frog stamp that came out this year, designed by a local woman here, and a couple of the other images of Canada. Now in it, she sent a letter, and she said that it had been a while since she'd written, so she thought she'd write to me again. She wanted to say thanks for the inspiration to get her to join Postcrossing. It's been a year for her now, so congratulations on your 1-year anniversary in Postcrossing. It's a fantastic hobby. Second, she took note the fact that I've been talking a lot about things at the back of the Scott catalogs and stuff. Things like special delivery stamps, airmail stamps, custom stamps. And one of the things that was brought to my attention was Easter seal stamps. So she photocopied some pictures of some Easter seals from previous years, and give me some stuff on that, some information. I am squirreling all that information away because I am going to do a video on that. I'm just trying to accumulate some stock about it and find some more Easter seals and Christmas seals out there so we can talk about those stamps as well. So thank you, Marcia, for giving me that extra information. Now, finally, she said she noted that in one of my videos, I said I'd run out of prepaid postcards. Now, anytime I say things like I've run out or I'm getting low on, it's not me asking you guys to fill my collection. I do appreciate when you do. It certainly saves me money when these things show up. It's nice to hear that you guys are listening in the videos too, but I'm certainly not asking for it. So I want to make that clear that if I say I'm running out of washi tape, it's not me doing a general plea to the world to send me washi tape. If you do, I'm going to use it, but I'm not asking for it, okay? So that being said, she sent me some cards, and what did she say? She says she went into a local shop that was closing down and found a stack of them on a markdown table. So I'll show you one in an example. This one here, it is used to prepaid, can be sent anywhere in the world. So there's a stamp already on it. I can send this anywhere in the world, which now costs $2.92 if I send internationally. So not only do you get a postcard and a stamp for $2.92, it's like if she paid $2.92 for this card at the markdown table, she got the postcard for free. But if she only paid $1, what a deal she got on these. So thank you, Marcia, for sending that. So there's Vancouver. You may have seen that image, or this image of Vancouver. This is probably my favorite. And the reason why, this is Stanley Park here. And when my wife and I lived in Vancouver, we lived in an apartment right about here. And that's English Bay, and every summer they had a fireworks festival. Benson and Hedges Fireworks was called at the time, and we could go on the roof of our apartment and see them right in front of us. It was beautiful. We could see the barge, just fantastic. We had so much fun there, so many memories. Went walking in Stanley Park because it was just a block away. Walked downtown, did our shopping, walked to GM Place to see hockey games, or BC Place to see football games. It was a great time, and we had a beautiful dog. He was half German Shepherd, half Husky, and she used to go and sit out on the balcony. We'd leave the door open, she'd sit on the balcony, and she kind of looked like a coyote, which scared some people because there were coyotes that lived in Stanley Park, and they would come out, and we ran into a few of them, and they kind of looked at our dog and kind of thought maybe they were related somehow. So that was good old Darwin. So I love that card. Thank you, Marcia. She had 2 of these. These are the totem poles that are in Stanley Park. So beautiful sculptures. And then another one there. Here, float planes will land. There's actually a floating gas station there. And another beautiful one. You can see the Rockies in the background. Vancouver is a beautiful city. It really is. When we first moved there, though, the clouds and the rain set in for 40 days. And we said, why in the world did we move here? It was so depressing. Winter, you couldn't see the mountains because the clouds were low. And it just rained all the time. You were damp. And we said, we'd rather have 40 below outside and snow on the ground and blue sky. You were in brighter atmosphere, but the clouds did go away, and we ended up staying there for 6 years. So we had a great time, and then we came back here to the East Coast. All right, so thank you, Marcia, for that beautiful gift and some of the memories too by looking at those postcards. The next thing that I have to talk about is from Hannah in Ukraine. Now, I showed this envelope on Friday when I was showing the mail that arrived. The address that I have for Hannah is different than the address for the Hannah that I normally exchange with. So if this is someone new, I want you to reach out. If this is the regular Hannah that I've exchanged with, can you reach out too and let me know if you've got a new address? Because maybe the war has affected where you lived before. I'd really like to know. I will respond to this address, but I want to make sure I have the right person I'm writing to as well. So she sent me 7 mint stamps, and she gave me a little bit of history on most of them. So I want to show you those next. This first stamp, it's a postal block dedicated to the 160th anniversary of the founding of Kiev University, named after Taras Shevchenko. The block depicts a historical monument of the national importance. The red building of the university, located at the center of Kiev, and other buildings of that time. The other images are a portrait of the architect Vincent Beretti and the coat of arms of the educational institution. This stamp was issued in 1994, and the new currency didn't come out until 1996. So the denomination of the stamp was not correct. This next stamp, she didn't really have any information on it. It was just a wagon or a train car that would collect coal or whatever would be on it. This third stamp is a favorite of Hannah's. It depicts a picture of Yifs in Shigirin, 1649. I'm sure I didn't say that correctly. The author is Taras Shevchenko, so I'm guessing that's who the university was named after, because that was the same name there. The picture was created in 1844. Taras Shevchenko is better known as a poet, but he was educated as an artist and has wonderful paintings to his credit as well. And then we have this one, and the image on it stood right out to me. Certainly a Titanic-looking image there. It says the stamp with the 2 coupons, the Crimean Bridge, a wonderful reference to the fate of the Titanic, and then it says the Bayrat, I can't read that, I'm sorry, flies in the background of the stamp, and the coupons depict the future of Russian world peace, and it says with stolen washing machines. I guess you can see a washing machine right there. I was thinking that looks like a donut and some fish and things like that. And then the Titanic image there as well, in the bridge exploding in the background. So we go there. And then this stamp says Victorious New Year. Unfortunately, in 2023 did not become the year of victory, but we hope the victory will come as soon as possible and as many families as possible will be reunited. The story from the stamp has a happy end. On the picture from the envelope from the same set, they celebrate together. There we go. And then this stamp says the eternal memory. On August 29th, Ukraine celebrated the day of remembrance of the fallen defenders of Ukraine.
This date is set to honor the memory of military personnel and members of volunteer formations who gave their lives for the motherland, as a reminder of one of the bloodiest events of the Russian-Ukrainian war in the last of the century, last of the country. The tragedy work honored artists of Ukraine, Oleg, I can't say the name, I'm sorry, but it was of 2016, was used as a sketch for the postage stamp dedicated to Memorial Day by national vote. This stamp is the best stamp of 2023. Now I am going to show you the name right there, called Sorrow. And then the final stamp that she sent was this one here, and it says this is the award of Ukraine Cross of Military Combat. And then finally, she also said the stamps on the envelope are from a set dedicated to the F-16 fighter jet. So if you look at it, it looks like a cheese grater, but the grating holes are all F-16s. So, cool idea, and you can see down there, F+16. The last item that I want to show you today arrived from Germany, and it's from our friend Vera, and she was the winner of the last month's giveaway, and she has come through and surprised me with this huge envelope. I want to show you all the stamps on there. This one here, talk about herring salad. That's kind of been our inside joke for a while, so we have that there. We've got some hedgehogs. Cars that I talk about from time to time. There's a bunch of different topics all on these stamps, and so thank you for that. Including there's a comic one there too, Hansel and Gretel. So she sent that, and then inside she sent this. There's a little washi tape holding it down. A nice huge washi tape too. Pull all that out of there. There are a bunch of different things in here. Okay, first thing. Let's see, there is a letter here. Hope you're well and enjoying your evening of work or now. And then she explains a little bit of what she's put in here. She says it's fun to watch your videos and it's fun to be a part of it. I really appreciate you being a part of it, whether it's you joining the live streams, you commenting on things along the way in regular videos. So I appreciate it all. Let's start with this. Okay, she found some stickers. She knows I'm into Star Wars, as I'm a bit of a nerd, but she found this postcard, and she's written on it, I found these stickers at a dollar store. I thought you might need them. And have you found some advertising cards? I don't find a lot of advertising cards. This one here is advertising the Star Wars video game on the PC. I don't find a lot of cards, period, here. There isn't a lot of postcards going on. So in the summertime, that's my best bet for finding local postcards. I can go to some of the tourist bureaus or some of the pop-up shops that are opened around touristy areas. They usually have postcards for me. But during the regular run of the year, there isn't a lot around, unless I go into a store like a bookstore or something like that that might sell them. Otherwise, I get them all from you guys for the most part, and people that just send me stuff, so I appreciate it. So there's the book of Star Wars stickers. So you will see these start to pop up on some of the postcards that I send out. I certainly will have that. Then she said she found some stuff for my daughter. My daughter is big into Formula One. She was actually at the Formula One Grand Prix yesterday in Montreal. In the rain, had a great time, saw some of the drivers, and went to some events throughout the week. So she found that. There's this one here. A Ferrari one, so we have BMW and Ferrari there. These are both advertising cards for her. All right, before we get to those, this one here, one of the stamps cut off, but she made this maxi card. So that is very creative that she took the stamp and recreated the image. And she says, maxi card, you can take it or give it away. So she's left it as a blank on the back. Very creative. This might go into my giveaway pile. Not that I don't love it myself, but as I've stated so many times, if you give me something that is a blank postcard, I'm going to use it again to send out. Also, I've been talking about calling all artists for a long time. I've gotten a couple things come in, some photography that people have taken, a whole bunch of envelopes that Shara made as well.
And then I've had a couple other people who have let me know that they're sending me things. So calling all artists is starting to happen. So there's going to be a giveaway with that. So this might end up in that giveaway as well, because this is part of being an artist. If you can create something unique, you're an artist. All right. She sent this postcard. Comes from IKEA. It's blank, so it's going to go back out in the world sometime. What else does she have? Okay. She sent this information, and you can see there's a cancellation here, and there's a cancellation here. These are special cancellations you get if you go on a cruise ship. So if you were on the MS Lady Von Bosom, is it really called that? The MS Lady Von Bosom? Now, it can't be the same as what that word means in English. But I'm going to show you that right here. I just saw it for the first time there. If that's what it's called. Yeah, it's probably not pronounced that way, but I want to get a stamped postcard that says that on it. Here's one that's not quite as funny to me, but it's cute. There's that. So she included, take this piece of washi tape off, this postcard with the cancellations on it. That is really nice. It's no SS Von Bosom, but it's a nice card nonetheless. So thank you so much for that. Then she sent this envelope that says "Have fun." So there's washi tape, and it says airmail on it. If you haven't watched my video on airmail stamps, that's the stamp of the month, and that's what the giveaway's attached with. You should really go and do that. Give you a chance to win some airmail stamps. So she sent some postcards, and it looks like some maxi cards in here too. It says, "You know you're a post crosser when your friends get you a stash of postcards as gifts rather than flowers and chocolate. Although you might just appreciate flowers and chocolate too. I'd appreciate chocolate, but I do appreciate when my friends send me postcards." So that's from the Paper Sisters. And then this one here has an Australian maxi card stamp, and on the back it says airmail. How appropriate that you sent me things that say airmail on it when I put out a video about airmail. That's a giveaway. There's a 1000 Shen card, which means someone is going to be getting it because it is blank. Oh, a Blue Cat card. Okay, these are what people collect. Inglooks, 1000 Shen, Blue Cat, and 1000 Shen are expensive cards, so thank you, Vera, for doing that. So I now have some Blue Cat and 1000 Shen cards that I can send off back into the world. This one's cute, looking at the cake. That would be me over the fence. You all done with that cake? Can I have a slice? I have some cards like this. Some beautiful flowers. That's a nice one too, in the back of the truck, all the flowers. Lady Fern. And a magpie. Some bird. All right, so beautiful postcards. Really appreciate that. Next, it says, these ones I might have to change the camera for. All right, we're gonna change the angle. So, childhood memory from the year of her birth, 1972. You're a couple years older than me. Look at the hedgehog. So, make sure you put your lights on so you see the animals. You don't run them over, especially not the hedgehogs. We have a ship stamp. With Berlin. A bit of Sweden and Finland. Belgium. So a mixture there. And then some for your father's collection. So this is the same stamp that she used for her to create her maxi card. And Vera collects clown stamps. And orange stamps. And the chess piece stamp is really cool. It's nice to have those. Lastly, she sent these stamps. She said, "Sorry, they're CTOs. I don't mind." What's special about these stamps? Well, if you scratch and sniff, and I have, it smells like the fruit that's there. Now, growing up, I had scratch and sniff stickers in a sticker album. Actually, much to my parents' chagrin, especially my mother's, it was an album that had all my baby pictures in it. I took all the baby pictures out, put them in an envelope somewhere. And I'm not sure if they were ever found again. I think they were, but it was a while. And I turned the album into my sticker album. And it had a bunch of these
scratch and sniff stickers. Now, I hadn't heard about a scratch and sniff stamp before until recently. So I'm gonna show you these ones. Da-da-da-da. They smell real good. You guys may be screaming at the screen now. I know a scratch and sniff stamp. Yes, France has recently put out a scratch and sniff baguette. And I talked to one of my friends, Ambre, and she has had it or smelt it. She says it does smell like bread. So they do work. They do have these stamps that smell right. That smells really good. So one day, hopefully, I'll get that the bread one and I'll show you it. You probably have seen it already, but I'll scratch it and smell it and tell you if it smells like bread. If Alma says it does, then it probably does. So it was really cool to see these ones here. It also brought me back the memory of those scratch and sniff stickers that I used to have. I might still have that album somewhere. I've gotten so much stuff from my parents in all their moves and downsized. It's probably in a box in my basement now, that book. So thank you so much for that. That was a really fun package to open. There was something for everyone in there. There was things for my father's collection, things for my daughter, things for post-crossing and decorating and stamps. So it was a nice mixture of everything. So I really appreciate it. It was a great surprise. And thank you to everybody else too that sent in. Hannah and Peter and Marcia. So I really appreciate it. I'm going to have more things for you to see, more topics to talk about. Make sure, once again, you go to the Stamp of the Month video and enter using the word airmail. You can only put it in the comment field of that video to be entered. So if you do that, you'll be entered for the giveaway here on the 15th, which is only 5 days away. So you want to make sure you get in on that. For now, I better go do other things. Lots of stuff happening, including my daughter's arriving this week. And next week, my son graduates from high school. So plenty of stuff going on around here. And I'll keep you up to date with what's going on. Have a magical week. What, Polo? You say like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
Bye.